Hello, welcome to podcast 15. And yeah, this is a powerful one. I know many of us are feeling the shifts forward and recognizing what's going on in and around us. We are powerful. We're doing this. And I just wanted to bring in some tidbits from my experience and what I'm recognizing. So, hope that this helps you on your path. And please like, comment, and share, subscribe. Let me know if you are experiencing similar or not, either way. All right. So, some of the things that I wanted to bring up involves reminding us of our focus and what we are focusing on. Um, we are these powerful creators once we can step into our own energy and into our own power. So, being in the now present moment is absolutely imperative in order to uh, move through things in the most powerful way. Um, Being heart led. Let's go back into our heart space. I know the last time I started this with some deep breaths. Let's go ahead and take a couple of those as I continue. So, when we come back into this space of our power, regulating our own mind, body, emotions, our connection to all that is, when we're able to take back our power and live fully. It's like sort of like shrug off the programming, or at least recognize it for what it is, so that we can continue to move through what's going on here and recognize when something's coming in or something's connected to us that is trying to move us out of our power, that is taking us in a direction that is diverting us, is causing distraction. And a lot of times there is messages in that. There's a learning that comes along with that. So just pay attention, be the observer of that. Um, there are two different streams here that I've recognized over time. Um, there's the sort of like an evolving stream, a stream that's tapped into source energy creation, that's moving things into like continuing in our expansion into more. Okay, that I would call that the evolving stream. And then there's the de-evolving energies and streams of what's trying to keep us programmed into this looping system of cycles and our mind, our emotions, our physicality that are attempting to work through every part of this reality space, whether it's through our interface with where we're plugged into the internet, you know. It also comes through our physical bodies and our connection to the environment around us. It comes through other people. It's just this huge web of entanglement here of energy. And it's important for us to pay attention and just feel into, is this energy on the de-evolving stream, like breaking things down, keeping us small? Or is it in an evolving and expansive movement forward? Now, it's very hard here because there's a lot of separation, there's polarity, there's, a lot going on here, which can provide so many different experiences for us. There's also another thing I would like to bring up. So there's like the polarity, there's the, there's multiple sides to this. So there are so many different sides that it can confuse things. But when we use our intuition and we can feel through our energy what's going on, and tapping into being intentional, tapping into our inner knowing and our intuition is the most powerful way to move through here and to um, find our way out of sort of the entanglement of this place into a higher knowing, a divine intelligence. Okay, I say higher knowing. I don't really like higher or lower because that's part of the polarity here as well. That's part of the system. There's I like to pull out into the neutral state, into the observer. Um, and remember, when we are drawn into the stories here and what's going on, we're very entangled in the devolving, evolving um, story of this place. Okay, so and there's so many different nuances, there's so many different directions. It's like some things have to be dismantled and taken apart and recreated into something new. While those things that are being dismantled and taken apart, they feel like they are ending. They there's a death. This there's a lot of fear behind the whole idea that we don't continue to infinity, that there is a death, that there is an end, and there's a fear behind the end. So a lot of times the de-evolving stream are just wrapped up in that sense of they don't want to be deconstructed in order to reconstruct new. Um, because there's a fear, there's a ending that is uncomfortable. Pay attention to that energy. It's important that we can be in our neutrality and our stepping out of this side or that side. If you're on a side, then you're wrapped up in what's going on here. You're not able to tap into your true source stream of creation that is helping align you into your path. Tapping into your creation energy, into what you came here to be, what you came here to experience, overcome, transcend, transform. It's about you, but it's about so many other things outside of you. And when you come into that sense of being alive, that joy, that thing that is so alive within you, that's wanting to be shared, that's wanting to create, that's sort of what we need to be focusing on here. We need to be focusing on our wholeness, on our power, on our um there's just been all this time that we've been entangled with so many other things here, so many other experiences that we've been diverted, that, we've learned a lot from. We've expanded in some challenging ways and had some experiences that really have tested the consciousness, our collective, our everything that's tied into the experience here. It's like it's time to recognize and bring everything back into sync, bring everything back into wholeness again. And you're only supposed to be focusing inward on yourself and possibly what's in your local environment around you. As how can we be the steady being, consciousness in this area? How can we be the conduit of creativity for our area? And it takes this ability to bring ourselves into an observer view, a view of neutrality, a peace, loving, grace, compassionate being who also knows how to disconnect from things. And there's things that you aren't necessarily meant to focus on in order to be in your creative, powerful way of being. That is the way. That is your way. Your way, focusing on the inward, what you're experiencing, what you came here to overcome, what you came here to move through, and step back into the trust and the love and the wholeness that is part of the experience here in this place. And if you're listening to this, then we are definitely bridges. We are definitely meant to be in our power in these moments of challenge so that the other people around us, we can hold the space for other people to make their choice in which way they want to go. And it's not about pushing, it's not about convincing other people, it's about experiencing and being the change that you want to see in the world. And we're going to find the right people, the right energies, the right experiences as we go. It's so exciting. Let's take a deep breath on this one, right? So, how can you be the heart led, the heart self led being? We're each supposed to be self led. We're supposed to be coming into our own power here, not following other people, needing to get all this information from other people. Now, that being said, it's a beautiful validation that we have when we come together with the right people. It's very expansive. So, Love those people that are around you that are going through this with you, as they are your mirrors. They are giving you a lot of the messages and a lot of the experiences you need in order to heal, in order to move forward in your most powerful whole way of being, but you have to be open. You have to be paying attention. You have to ask for, what do I need to see today? And trust that you make the right decisions and you see the right things in the right moments, because you've been doing it, you are doing it, and it's go time. Not that it hasn't been go time like this whole lifetime, right? But things are shifting. It is perpetual. It is going to be fast moving. And I know I'm here for it, and I'm glad you're here with me for it as well. So, self mastery is another thing that I wanted to bring up. I mean, when I talk about being the self heart led being, it is important that we can tap into our coherence of mind, body, spirit, and be constantly renewing ourselves and purifying ourselves as we go through these experiences, seeing what is meant to be seen in your path in that moment, and being open to bring through that creative energy, that creation energy, whether it's through your voice, whether it's through your calm being, whether it's through light and form, some sort of art, creative, whether it's through building things with your hands, whether it's through making the connections of, how are we able to be the most detoxed, clean version of ourselves. There's so many directions, there's so many things that we can do here to help not only yourself first, but those around you, so that we can align into our abilities that we came here to connect and to move through together. There's so many things that are aligning in order to move us forward. So, the other thing is bringing in your intuition and your um, intentional living. So, I am working on forming a group of intuitive, intentional living meetings where we come together and we can go through our experiences together and connect more into our individual creation energy that is coming through. So if you want to be a part of the meetings, let me know. Okay. So go ahead and send me an email and I will make sure that you get in there with us. I'm looking at my notes to see if I forgot anything. So, yeah, focusing inward is so important. So, we are bridging the physical reality. It's so important to be giving gratitude to Mother Earth, Every part of our physicality comes through her and this experience here. So let's give gratitude wherever we can for whatever we can, but especially back to her. We would not be here in this time space, and she's been going through this with us. We're all part of it together. So I just wanted to remind about how we are this bridge of physicality, which stems from her, our physicality, as well as we're also a part of source, creator, stream, that creative energy coming through us. We are direct lines back to it. So even though we have our own stuff to be purifying and working through, it's important that we are remembering and connecting with that and recognizing how there's a lot of different things that come together to make up this experience. But a recognition of what you truly are is important, and to have gratitude and remain in your connection into your present now being, where you're connected into source, original creation energy, and as well as the uh, the physicality here. Okay, the other thing, I sort of feel like I touched on this, but so it's important to pay attention to the energies that's running through our experience here. And as I talked to in the beginning of this, it it comes to us in a lot of different ways, through other people, through our connection to the internet, and um, our connection through everything here. Even, it depends on which side we're looking at, because it comes through nature, it comes through, there's just so many different things interplaying here, interweaving into this experience. So I just want you to pay attention to the unconscious cycles of the de-evolving streams and the evolving streams, and to try to be in your observer and your neutrality. And when things come up within you, pay attention to how the emotions, the physical body, the mind, how it's all programmed in there together. It's all intertangled in there. And if you're connecting to that beautiful, purified source stream connection, if you're in your power and returning back and renewing to your wholeness, deep breath. You're going to be in the right place at the right time, experiencing what you came here to move through and to help with in this experience. And things are, like I said, speeding up, challenging, but it's really important for you to be able to trust yourself and your inner knowing and your intuition, and continuously tapping back in to purifying yourself and just letting go of anything that feels like it's keeping you in a smaller state of being when you're not in your wholeness, anything moving you out of your wholeness. Just pay attention to that and be okay with it, accept it. A lot of times by just recognizing it and being with it, that's when the knowings, the realizations, the creative energy that wants to come through you will come in, and you will have these expanded knowings, these expanded intuitive nudges forward. And they can come in as stepping stones, and then sometimes they come in as these huge leaps. Doesn't matter what it is for you. And if you're not sure what it is, then just sit with it, be the neutral observer, be compassionate for yourself, be compassionate for all the other people and consciousness around you. And when we can stay in our sense of wholeness and our sense of neutrality, love for yourself first, and then for everything else around you, we're going to be healing. We're going to be overcoming. We're going to be experiencing exactly what you came here to align with. So, this is just a little reminder and a sharing that felt really important to come through at this time. So, I will be back soon. I love you guys. I so appreciate you being here. Like, comment, share. And if this resonates with you, thank you. If it doesn't resonate with you, thank you for being here. We all have our purpose. We all have um, our experiences to live through in this time. So let's tap into the life stream. Let's tap into our evolving stream. And let's have compassion for the de-evolving, the death stream, because there is a middle ground. There is a knowing that we may come into through compassion, through love, that will heal and will sync everything back together again. So be your love, be your peace, be your calm, be your breath. And we got this. We got this. We got this. Reach out to me if you want to get into the group meeting. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.